8, 9 and 1 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Brush nothing, Lyons nothing. Coyote Cohen, Dylan Acosta, and Gregory Maris against right-hander Taylor Keene. By the way, for the Beat Digger fans, that all our games are on YouTube. Check those out. They're all archived on YouTube. And that ball went behind Cohen, and he's mad that the ball didn't hit him. 1 ball, no strikes, because it would have hit him in the soft spot, which would be the buttocks, as Forrest Gump used to say. Cohen struck out looking in the 2nd. The pitch, swing and a miss, and a ball in the dirt.
If he was about 20 pounds heavier, I think that ball hits him.
1-1. Low and away. 2 balls, 1 strike to Coyote Cohen. Taylor Keene gets the sign. He's got 6 strikeouts in the game, all in the first 3 innings. And the curveball is a beauty. That had late action and lots of action, 2-2.
That one started almost at his shoulder and broke all the way down.
Yeah. And look at Cohen open up that stance. He wants to read that earlier. 2-2 pitch. Swing, and he waved at it and missed low and away. There's 1 down here at the bottom of the 5th inning. 7 strikeouts now for Taylor Keene. And here is, let's see, it looks like we've got I don't know if that's Damon Miller. It's not Dylan Acosta. Sorry about that, Chris.
You guys are dead on the air.
Yeah, I know. They're fixing the transmitter. We're just still going. The pitch, and that is a strike. Waved at. That's actually Daniel Soto. And it is 0-1. And the offering in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch to Soto. The curveball is right there. Strike 2. 1-2, and that's tough for a pitch hitter to come in and establish anything here against a pitcher this effective. 1-2. Swung on and fouled to the screen. Count remains at 1-2 to Daniel Soto.
The starters are having a hard enough time picking up the ball, and then to come off cold off the bench and try to pick that up.
Yeah, it's rough. The offering. Swung on, pop, foul, and out of play. The count remains at 1-2. To Daniel Soto, 1 out, bottom of the 5th inning, no score between Brush and Lyons. The pitch, swung on, pop, foul, and out of play. Well, he is working the pitcher. That's a good thing. It remains at 1-2 to Daniel Soto. Line and pitch, and he did not go in the dirt on the breaking ball. 2-2. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up to Daniel Soto here at the bottom of the 5th inning. No score. Here's the wind at 2-2. Swung on top, foul behind the plate. This is a great at-bat. 63 pitches going into the inning. And already 13 in this inning on the first 2 batters. Soto awaits the 2-2. Outside with a fastball. Tried to sneak it in there. Soto's had an incredible at-bat. 3-2 to Daniel Soto. And he awaits the pitch. That is inside. Boy, nearly got him with a curveball, but it just stayed a little bit up and in. And it's a walk.
That's an outstanding at-bat from Soto.
And that's the 3rd walk issued by Taylor Keene. Here's Gregory Maris, who walked and struck out.
He was down 1-2 in that at-bat and was able to foul off some pitches, lay off that curveball.
Yeah, he just kept coming back. The stretch. And the offering. Swung on and fouled off the end of the bat. And it's 0-1. No balls and one strike. We're at the bottom of the fifth inning. No score. In brush. No balls, one strike, one out. And Mayers looks like he's squaring a bunt. Now he'll retreat and the offering. And that's a strike. 0-2. One with a change up there. 0-2 to Mayers. The stretch. And the pitch. And fastball inside. Backed him off the plate a little bit. 1-2. One ball, two strikes, one out. And the pitch. Swung on and lifted into right center field. That's going to be a long run. That one might drop, and it's going to drop in between the outfielders. Soto to second on the single by Gregory Mayers. The Beat Diggers now have 4 hits in the game. As Dick and Fisher were converging in the outfield, that was just placed perfectly. I tell you what, another few seconds, if even a few seconds, maybe another second, one of them might have caught it. Mayers is now 1 for 2. That'll bring up Trevor Blake, who singled and struck out. He's 1 for 2.
The only downside there is Soto had to hold up to make sure that ball wasn't caught. Otherwise, he may be at third.
No base runner in this game has gone as far as third base. The pitch and the curveball is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. No balls and one strike to Trevor Blake. The stretch and the offering. And that ball hit him. The curveball got him on the left thigh. And the bases are loaded.
Well, I was just going to comment about how much he was crowding the plate.
Well, we talked about that on Saturday when Dante Foose was trying to come in with a fastball, and then he turned on the fastball and hit that double into left center field to break up the no-hitter. Christian Baez has singled and grounded to the mound. And Lyons is going to play the infield in with the bases loaded and one out, scoreless in the fifth inning. The pitch and the curveball is a beauty for a strike. Belt high, it's 0-1. I think it's obvious what Baez has to do. He's got to go the other way. He cannot pull off that curveball. If not, you're going to hit a topper. The offering. Swung on in line. Well foul down the right side.
Well, it ended up well foul. It was actually down the line, but again, that wind just taking the ball and sweeping it away.
0-2 to the Beat Digger left fielder. This is the best opportunity for either team to score. The pitch is swung on line, and that's foul. But that's fair on any other day. So it remains at 0-2. At third is Acosta. Check that Soto. At second is Mayers. And Blake is at first. No score in the bottom of the fifth inning. Here's the wind of the pitch. Outside with a changeup. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. John Beltran with Chris Braun. On deck is Shea Hansen. He'll get up there hopefully with a Beat Digger lead and a step off by Taylor Keene. Baez with that open stance. And the 1-2. Curveball is fouled off to the right. Remains at 1-2.
Beat Digger's actually making some contact this inning.
Oh, yeah, he's thrown a lot of pitches. Keene has been worked over, especially by Daniel Soto. That was a 10-pitch plate appearance. The pitch just outside and low on the changeup. It's 2-2. The bases are loaded. The infield is in. No score in the bottom of the fifth inning. The wind, the 2-2 pitch, swung on and grounded right back up the middle for a base hit into center field. Soto is going to score. Mayers rounds third. He will score on the 2-run single off the glove of the pitcher Keene by Christian Valles, and the Bean Diggers lead 2-0 in the bottom of the 5th inning. As Blake did advance to second.
That's exactly what we've been talking about all game. You're not going to be able to hit those gappers and those long fly balls today. You got to keep it on the ground, find a hole on the infield, and that's exactly what he did there.
You know, that was also very close, Bull, to being a 1-2-3 double play. If he gloves it, because it was hit that hard, but it was hit hard enough. Here's Shea Hansen. The pitch swung on and grounded up the middle. The shortstop, Wiesenmeyer, cannot glove. It's off his glove. Second baseman Valdez picks it up, and he cannot apply the tag for the force as he was trying to basically tag the base. So that'll be an error on the shortstop, the first of the game, and the bases are reloaded for Colby Waylert.
Keene again grabbing at the back of his knee. I don't know if maybe he tweaked something when he swung around to try to catch that ball.
Waylert is 0 for 2. The pitch, swing and a miss. On a changeup, low and away, it's 0-1.
Well, I have to think if Lyons is playing double play instead of having the infield in, that could possibly have been picked up by the shortstop.
Winded pitch in the dirt, blocked by Brody. It's 1-1. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning. Brush has taken a 2-0 lead on Lyons. The infield remains in. Pitch to Waylert. He swings, hits it off the end of the bat into center field for a base hit. Blake is going to score. A late jump by Valles. He'll advance to third. It's an RBI single for Waylert, and Brush now leads Lyons 3-0.
3 straight hits back up the middle.
That's right. The last 5 have reached, make it 6. We have had 3 singles, an error, a hit by pitch, and a walk, not necessarily in that order. But the Bean Diggers now with a 3-0 lead, which could seem monumental considering that Lyons has been unable to muster any offense.
Brush finally looking like they've made some adjustments at the plate, staying back on those breaking pitches.
Mitch Tormolen has walked and grounded out. The offering swung on. That ball is hit on the ground to the shortstop, Wiesenmeyer, to second one. Valadez to first, and that's that 2. Did he get him?
No, he's safe.
Safe. Okay, didn't see the call there. A run's going to score on the play. It'll be a RBI for Tormolen, and the Bean Diggers lead 4-0 as the throw from Valadez got to the other Wiesenmeyer on a hop. So runners at the corners as Waylert was eliminated, but Hansen advances to third.
Again, not hit quite hard enough to turn 2.
The stretch, Garcia at the plate. He's 0 for 2. And he swings and lines it into left field, and that is going to be off the left fielder's glove all the way to the fence. Rounding second is Tormolen. He steps on third. He's rounding third. The throw is going to be cut off towards the plate, and the Bean Diggers now lead by a score of 6-0. We'll call that a 2-run double there by Garcia, only because that ball was drifting away over there by the left fielder, from the left fielder, Alex Scanlon.
Well, according to the flag in center field, the wind has shifted. It's now blowing towards left field, and
Cohen fouls it down the third base side. It's 0-1. So we'll give Garcia a double. I mean, normally that'd be a straight-up error because the ball did go off the left fielder's glove, but it just kept moving laterally. So, I mean, it's debatable, but the ball was hit hard enough, and maybe Garcia should be awarded for that. The stretch and the offering, and in the dirt, blocked by Brody, 1-1. Now the Bean Diggers have broken this thing open. In the bottom of the 5th inning. And the look back, the pitch, the curveball's a strike. It's 1-2. See, that's why the defense has got to be impeccable. Knowing that in games like this, runs don't come often. Fastball outside, 2-2.
Garcia stays hot at the plate with that double as well.
The Bean Diggers have batted around. In fact, Cohen began the inning by striking out. 2-2 pitch. And did he wave at it on the breaking ball in the dirt? No, he didn't. 3-2.
Good discipline to hold off on that curveball.
Yep, 3 balls and 2 strikes. The stretch and the offering. Swung on, hit on the ground off the end of the bat. The shortstop, Biesenmeyer, charges, sets, throws, and the inning is over as Cohen is retired. But the Beetdiggers score 6 runs in the inning, and they do it on 4 base hits. There was 1 huge error and 1 man left. Let's head to the top of the 6th inning. It's Brush 6, Lyons nothing on 1010 KSLR and KSLR.com.